I wake up and this kind of feels a bit like a dream. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, there's just a peaceful atmosphere going on, and we don't have to rush anywhere, we can take our time, and I'm kind of loving this slow pace. If you go on Facebook, there are people offering to help each other, there are people doing shop runs for each other, there's just a lot of kindness flowing around. And when I go for my one walk a day, people are quick to say hello and give smiles, and I don't know, it's really, really nice out there at the moment. But also, if I'm honest, it feels a bit unnatural to me. See, I'm from London, and the way that I grew up and the kind of atmosphere, it was just busy and rush and like every man for himself. And no disregard, I'm sure there's a lot of kindness in London as well, but it just seemed like this hustle and this grind and this fast pace, and maybe there's still some of that in me as well, because I don't necessarily find it the easiest thing to think of others before myself. And if you're anything like me, maybe this will apply to you. When I was younger, I used to find it sometimes difficult to make friends. And I'd say, no one likes me, no one wants to be my friend, I'm left out, why don't people want to be friends with me? And my mum would say to me, well, why don't you try and look for the person that you can be a friend to? Rather than like waiting for people to be friends with me, why don't I go and find people who I can be friends with? And then, you know, as a teenager, you don't want to hear that. You're like, no, that's not fair. Why should I go and be friends with the other lonely person? People should be being a good friend to me. And I just think there's still a part of that that's in me, that like when your kindness runs out, when you're kind of feeling like, actually, this situation sucks. Like, it's okay for everyone else. They've got this, they've got that. But my situation is worse. They don't get it. Mine is harder, and it's me, me, me. And I just wanted to encourage you, really, because when you get to that point, when your kindness runs out, there's this verse in the Bible, Luke 6, verse 35, and it says, I tell you, love your enemies, not your friends, your enemies. Help and give without wanting it and expecting a return. You will never, I promise, regret it. Live out this God-created identity the way our Father lives towards us, generously and graciously, and even when we're at our worst. Our Father is kind, you be kind. And God offers us a kindness that goes beyond anything we can know. Not just when we're like at our best and giving and helping other people, but also when we're at our worst. So if you're anything like me, I want to encourage you to be kind, think of others. Don't worry if no one's thinking of you. Just raise a hand and say, hey, I need a bit of help too. But let's be outward focused. Let's keep making sure that we're loving even when we don't feel like it.